Hi, I'm Tamsin, and welcome to this week's video bonus for the English Sound Building podcast. This week is episode 7. We're looking at the pronunciation of regular verbs, ed endings in the past tense. Most of this also applies to the pronunciation of ed adjectives, although as discussed in the podcast, there are some exceptions there. I have used some adjective forms in the tongue twisters today just to give us a bit more variety though. So today we're looking at 3 tongue twisters and 1 silly rhyme to practice those ed endings in the past tense. As usual, the trick with the tongue twisters is to try to read them at least 3 times as quickly as possible without stopping in between. See how you get on. The first tongue twister. Teddy is decidedly dedicated to tidying. 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 The second tongue twister. The trapper trapped and tripped and tricked the tricky trickster. The trapper trapped and tripped and tricked the tricky trickster. The trapper trapped and tripped and tricked the tricky trickster. The trapper trapped and tripped and tricked the tricky trickster. I find that one very hard indeed. I don't mind telling you, it's taken me more than 1 take to get it. The third tongue twister is a really simple one and actually works the f and fr sounds more than it does the ed endings, but there is 1 ed ending in there. And I like this one because you can play with the word order and you work the sounds slightly differently depending on the word order you do it in. So the first word order we'll go with is fresh fried fish. Fresh fried fish, fresh fried fish, fresh fried fish. But you can mix it up in any way you like. So you can go with fresh fish fried, fried fresh fish, fresh fried fish. See how you do, see which combinations you find easy and which combinations you find difficult. And if you really want to challenge yourself, give yourself a mixture of them to read over and over again. And we're going to finish on a silly poem, which I remember from my childhood. I always really liked it. It's about 4 sisters, Polly, Dolly, Kate and Molly. Polly, Dolly, Kate and Molly, all were filled with pride and folly. Polly tattled, Dolly wriggled, Katy rattled, Molly giggled. Whoever knew such constant rattling, wriggling, giggling, noise and tattling? And you can substitute any verbs you like there in the past tense to practice those different ed endings. As usual, if you're able to record yourself reading any of these tongue twisters, it's a fantastic way to check back what you're doing and see the progress that you're making. Enjoy sound building, and I'll see you again soon.